making refrigerator magnets for Christmas and ornaments. So I'm going to walk us through how to do this. They're adorable and they're wonderful to make for young and old. Now, on my PayHip store, which is easy to work, and there are some free practices so you can get accustomed to how to deal with PayHip, which is like all the other, you can buy the download services. There's a master pages, and then we get right into the double-sided pages that you can make the ornaments out of, or magnets. Ornaments are laid out so that you have the front and the back. I will be showing that. First, I want you to see what is available, what you will be printing out. You will download, you will own this, you can print it out over and over again. So if you want to make some into magnets, some into ornaments, you have that option. Front and back. And it does say on the file, on the page as you print it out, if it's the front or the back. This one is on one page, both the front and the back. This one is Gingerbread Boys back. And then it says Gingerbread Boys front. You hold it up to light to line them up after you color them and cut them. There's gluing involved. If you wanted to send these uncolored, you could still cut and glue and send the little ornaments in cards. After the glue is nicely dried, it's possible. Especially if you squeegee the glue on or you use a spray adhesive glue. Alright, so that's what comes in the Ornament Pack 2 on PayHip, which is just a really good packet of ornaments. Okay, you have the option of putting them on, these are skewer sticks, so you could also stick them in floral arrangements, wreaths, or just have fun playing with them. Tweet, 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 tweet. You put the skewer sticks in, leave space, and then glue them in. Now, here we have designs ready to become magnets. So this could be a magnet, and I'm going to show you how and what I do. This one is double-sided. It's ready to become an ornament. Magnet, a magnet, a magnet. Now here is the next step. I have put the ornament onto a back of a recycled grocery box, and I'm going to show you that. So here's Santa hat, backed, nice and sturdy, a star, and here we have the ready to cut out. I used a Tony's pizza box. They are ready to cut closely. After gluing, let it dry, and then you cut around the edges. And from there, there's the bigger box. I haven't cut these three out yet. So you can see, you can lay quite a few down on there. Let it glue, spread the glue, get it nice and dry, and then you do your cutting out. Just a regular old scissors, and go along the outside of what you're cutting. Remove the box. You want to put the printed side into the inside of this so that you have this really nice, free, plain, either the boxes turn to be brown or white. But it's a nice thickness of cardboard to use your hamburger helper cereal boxes, pizza boxes, because it's not too thick. It makes cutting really easy. Then I use I'm using a small tube of E6000 glue. Actually found this in either the Dollar General store or the Family Dollar store in automotive. And I put that down. Now I have found letting it set up a little bit makes it easier, but for the purposes of demonstration, I'm going to take this magnetic tape roll that has pre-sticky on it, but the sticky doesn't hold up very well. So I found adding a bit of glue is going to keep the magnet on the back of your refrigerator magnet or your file cabinet magnet. So I peeled off the sticky stuff. It is a little sticky, but it really does pay to just glue it down. And then press firmly, move it around in a little circle, and let it set up. You may want to come back from time to time and push down again because the glue likes to push the magnet up. But that's how easy that is. And then let it dry, and you have a fully functional cute. Now, I use spray adhesive, but what I found out was glue, plain old glue, does not move the ink around, so you may want to just put a layer of glue over the top of it. However, now I need my tray again. I will show you another option, and I'm going to point out, because I didn't do this, if you want to sign and date the ornament, the magnet, do that before you do clear contact paper. And you lay it down, and you want your clear contact paper as straight as you can. So you unroll it, block it down with books or anything you have that's heavy, and then you lay it down on one side, and then you come and you do the other side, and you cut a nice size distance away so the contact paper can adhere to itself. And that's what you get there. Now these are nice and plasticized so that if you should give them to young children, they really won't be able to torture them to death like my grandkids wanted to do. They just don't quite get that things are sort of fragile. So for them, I would definitely go ahead and use the clear contact paper as a way of preserving this so it'll last year after year. Here is a double-sided ornament ready to go with the front and the back. All that's needed is a hole punch. Hole punch. I'm going to punch in the middle of my star, just like that. Ready to put a little ribbon through there, or just a Christmas hanging loop. If I want to, I'll use a spray sealer. And then I really like using a nice, shiny, iridescent nail polish. But you really want to put a sealer of some type, whether it's the glue, and brush the glue over it, because otherwise the ink from your printer will move around and smudge with the nail polish. So that's a step. Now this one, I am ready to go. I held it up to the light very carefully, a nice bright light, to line the front and the back up. The glue is still a little wet here. So you do want to do these in steps. Let the glue dry and then come along, and if you lined it up correctly, and that's why you really want to hold it up to a nice bright light, and you'll see the edges and go, okay, you might have to shift it a little here, shift it a little there. And then yeah, cut it out. I like to leave a little space around what I'm cutting, especially if I didn't line it up really well. This gives it a little give room. So you're going to cut off, follow the pattern, remove the excess, crotch of the scissors, and cut away, turning it as you go. Just like that. And then get rid of your scraps, which also make good squeegees to slide your glue over. So now we have the front of the ornament and the back of the ornament. Hole punch, possibly seal it, and it is ready to hang on a tree, on windows, anywhere where you want the front and the back to be. That's what's really, really, really rather unique about what I'm offering. Here are two that are in the glue stage. I also found that by cutting the first one out close, laying it down, lining it up, leaving this side bigger, what I can do is I can work the glue. Went all the way around it with a nice fat line of glue. Then I used my finger, or you could use a brush, and I moved it in so that it really does seal it nicely. And now it needs to dry before I cut it. And really, I ought to put it in the heaviest books I have, or under the heaviest books, so that it dries nice and tightly and flatly. And here is one more in the glue stage. So from time to time, you want to just slide it around again. Make sure your glue is as thin and yet useful. And then let it dry. And then you're going to want to seal it some way. Again, you can use the clear contact paper. That works out really well. Or a spray fixative. And then the nail polish is beautiful. It just makes for a really pretty glittery ornament. So there you have it. Things you can do, and not only things you can do, but things you can give a child to do. And the best, really the best, is, let's get this tray out again, the gingerbread boys. Children of all ages can get out their brown crayons and whatever and make the cutest little gingerbread boys. The Christmas tree is very child-friendly. And don't only make a list of what do they want to ask Santa Claus for, but have kids create a list of what are they going to give to others. So include them in the giving process of the Christmas holiday, and that will actually be a very good thing you can do with them. Look at the little teeny tiny candy cane. Isn't that adorable? So these are available on PayHip. There are quite a few files that you can pick from. Ornament Pack 2 is like the way to go to start, and then once you get the hang of it, hopefully you say, I want to accumulate all of these files, because this is really a really neat thing to be able to do all year long, and definitely from Thanksgiving to Christmas. I thank you for sharing, I thank you for watching, and I certainly appreciate the sales. And ho, 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 happy holidays to all.